The amount of teenagers that get pregnant around the age of 15 through 17 is quite concerning. Even though most teenage pregnancies are unintentional, it still means that there are chances of them becoming pregnant. In my high school days, I have already seen my batchmates walking around the campus with their baby bumps, not able to attend the graduation ceremony because they have to take care of their child. This issue occurs because of the irresponsibility of the youth. They are having unprotected sexual activities which is not safe and may cause them a lot of problems such as HIV or AIDS, STD, STI, and other sexual transmitted diseases. Not only pregnancy. This topic is problematic because sex is starting to be socially approved. The result of this is more teens becoming pregnant, more and more teens. This alone is why the study of teen pregnancy is so significant. Rates of pregnancy and abortion per 1,000 females aged 15 to 19 is becoming a public health issue and is largely increasing. First thing first, the teenage pregnancy rate here in the Philippines was 10% in 2018, down to 9% in 2017. Live births by teenage mothers aged 15 to 19 in 2016 totaled 203,085, which slightly decreased 196,478 in 2017 and 183,000 in 2018. Still, the Philippines has one of the highest adolescent birth rates among the Asian member states. It is also crucial to note that out of live births within the 15 to 19 age group or 15 to 19 age group, which comprise 11.4% of all live births, only 3% is fathered by men of the same age group. This data suggests that teenage pregnancies among girls among the 15 to 19 years old, many may be a result of coercion and unequal power relations between girls and older men. The 2015 baseline study on violence against children also reinforced this and further highlighted that verbal insistence and emotional blackmail are the usual forms of sexual coercion in dating relationships. In being resolute in progression, we should start by educating our teenagers on the choices of becoming sexually active and how to properly use contraceptions. Society should be proactive in their education of this issue because they may have a teenager who has experienced teenage pregnancy, or they may know someone who has or is experiencing it in their family. In order to make healthy, responsible decisions, young people need accurate information about puberty, reproduction, relationships, sexuality, the consequences of unsafe sex, and how to avoid HIV, STIs, and unintended pregnancy. They also need the skills and confidence to be able to deal with peer pressure and negotiate safe and consensual relationships. Although there are many different ways to prevent a teenage girl from becoming pregnant, the only one that is absolutely effective is sexual abstinence. This method is the only one that guarantees no risk of getting pregnant and protects the teen from getting any STDs. For many years, abstinence has been viewed as a decision based upon a religious or moral belief. The more information teenagers are given, the higher the chances that they will make this decision. For this reason, it is important that teenagers be taught the health benefits of choosing to remain abstinent. Another form of teenage pregnancy prevention that is being taught in schools is various contraceptive techniques. Although abstinence remains the best way to prevent pregnancy among teens, it is a fact that there are still a large number of them who will be involved in sexual relations. For these reasons, it is important that teens be provided with broad information on how to do so responsibly using various contraceptive techniques. The problem that rises from this is that teenagers are not being exposed to extensive information on the various forms of birth control, condoms, and other methods of prevention that are available. This is a way to ensure contraceptives used for many young teens who, rather than going to their family or parents for help in obtaining birth control, they choose to have sex without protection simply because that protection is not made available to them. For most teenagers, the real consequences of having a child at such a young age are unknown. As a college student, we are still at risk of becoming young parents. Teens need to be aware of the harsh reality of raising a baby and the negative effects that an unplanned pregnancy can cause in both the mother and the child's lives. Teenage mothers must be aware of the tremendous effect their offspring will have on society in the future, and the high risk of the cycle repeating once this child becomes a teen. Teens must also be aware of the fact that an unplanned pregnancy will take a toll on other aspects of their lives. A few weeks ago, I was at the mall when a young girl caught my attention. She could not have been older than 15, and her belly was too large to be hidden. She was noticeably pregnant, and what struck me as more odd was that she was pushing a stroller with a young infant whose only words seemed to be "mommy," referring to the young girl. I am often alarmed when I see extremely adolescent girl experiencing motherhood at a time when her main concerns should be far less than those of raising another human being. The reality of the matter is that every year, more and more teens are having children at an alarmingly young age. This issue raises the question of what can be done to prevent and lower the rates of teenage pregnancy. In order to prevent teenage pregnancy, teenagers need to have a comprehensive understanding of abstinence, contraceptive techniques, and consequences. In conclusion, teenage pregnancy is a problem in today's society. There has been a steady decline in the recurrence of teenagers becoming pregnant, but the outcome is still an unsuccessful part of a teen's life and development into a productive citizens. Teenagers place themselves at huge financial disadvantage with poor decision making. On average, the cost of raising a child can place many families deeper into financial hardship, leading to a possible life of criminal activity. Educational programs are in place to assist teenagers with understanding the negative outcome of having a child and designed to assist families in dealing with the situation of your teen daughter or son becoming a parent before they're ready. The number one solution to prevention is being abstinent or using contraceptives. Based on 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4 to 8, love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Teenager pregnancy may be a hard circumstance to handle. But with love and family support, all things are possible. Thank you.